Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with your dog Ice and his trainer Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Ice's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that's given, and the only correction that we give here at school is a tug and release on the training collar. Ice is going to be coming home with his very own training collar, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your one-on-one training session tomorrow. Now, Ice is sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without dragging you down the street, and the command is Ice heel. Now, at this time, Ice has a job to do, and that is to match pace with you when you're walking. Not lunging out, not dragging you down the street, but walking nicely at your left, and each time that you stop your feet, whether it's to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, Ice has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. The long sit-stay, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to work up every day to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, ending back at heel position where they started, and at that point, Ice expects to get another command, and they take off heeling again. So this is going to make you being able to walk your dog so much better. We do recommend neutering, because he is a big, strong boy, for sure. But he's a sweetheart, and once he knows that you're in charge, you're not going to have a problem. Fred leaves him again in a sit-stay. He walks out to the end of his leash, and he turns to face the dog. This time, instead of returning back to Ice, Fred's going to call him, and the command is Ice, come. You lighten your tone of voice, and he comes in very nicely and sits in front of you without being told. So that eliminates the jumping all over you and all of this. All of these exercises have been put together for you so that you have something to practice with at home, and you see what Ice is capable of. So you can put this on your laptop, turn it on, and work right along with it. Fred leaves him in another sit-stay, and we will demonstrate the come on command again. He talks to him on the way in. Ice comes right in and sits very nicely and waits for his next command. So I know at this point you're really surprised at how well he's doing. I'm sorry that we're competing with Motorcycle Week down here at the shore, so hence all the noise in the background. Now the next command that we're going to be demonstrating for you is the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay, he can hold a little longer. You're going to start out at about 1 minute to 2 minutes, and you're going to work all the way up to 5 minutes. And all these commands help to develop self-control. When you return back to him, Fred will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit-stay. Now, he didn't remain lying down, which he should have, so you heard Fred say no. He'll put him back into a down. He'll leave him again in a stay because he has to complete the exercise as it was taught. So if he's not doing it for you, exactly what you saw Fred do, you don't lose your temper, you don't get angry, you just make him do it. He knows the commands, he knows what they mean, and if he's not doing it, then he's distracted or he's taking advantage of you. And you're going to get actually hands-on practice working with him yourself tomorrow when Rich brings him home. Always have your dog seated before you attempt to put him into a down. Fred left him in another down stay, and this time he's going to call him out of that down. Comes right in. If he doesn't sit, you're going to tell him no sit and give him that little correction. And then he goes back to heeling. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you today on video is his down from a distance. And that's exactly what it sounds like. You have your dog sit, you leave him in a stay, you walk out to face the dog like you did on your previous stage. You're going to use your right hand to give the command this time. And he goes down from a distance. So we think that in 2 short weeks, Ice has become a different guy. He's very sweet, as you know, and very loving. And he was just taking advantage of you with his sheer power and strength. And now you're going to be able to control your dog. We've enjoyed having Ice, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.